Blah. 2 ounces per 8 gallon. For heavy soils, add 4 ounces per 8 gallon. Doesn't seem like very much. Okay, well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to just pour a bunch in, because that's the kind of crap I do. Welcome back to the community, everybody, and thank you all for being part of it. If you ain't checked out the website yet, please do. Lots to see and do there. And if you are part of the community on Facebook, feel free to post pictures of your car, or bus, or Gia, or Fastback. Okay, you got the point. Today, I'm throwing an extra video out there because I needed to clean stuff in the ultrasonic cleaner. Some of you may have seen it, some of you may have not, because I don't think a lot of people go back on my older videos unless they really have to go on the playlist. So what I have here is the playlist. I just popped it up on my phone just to show you what it looks like, but when you're scrolling through, at least it's categorized where you can find something a little more efficiently than normal with scrolling down a video feed. So this should help folks out when you're trying to find something specific and to make it a lot quicker for you. So I hope that's easy and makes it convenient for everybody. So I'm going to do some ultrasonic cleaning today. Like I said, it's just an extra video, but at least you'll get to see how it works, and we'll go over a couple things. So come on, let's go. Use the mess. I got parts laying everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead. It's the Vevor 8 gallon. I think it's a 30 liter. 8 gallons pretty big. I can put crankshafts, cylinder heads, half an engine block, or I should say case. But it's pretty nice size. So let's go ahead and get started with it. All right, first things first, I plugged it in. The plug's around the back of it. And I'm going to go ahead now and start the heating process up. One thing I highly advise with any size ultrasonic cleaner that you have, pour hot water in. If you pour regular tap water in or cold water, it's going to take forever for the heating element to heat it up. So do the machine a favor and help it out a little, no matter what brand you have or what size you have. So I just brought up water. I'm going to have to run to the house again, which is not too far, because I need to go ahead and fill it up to a certain level. So come on over here. You can check out what I'm doing. So I'm going to reach around the back and turn it on. Let me get in front of you a minute. Okay, so this is measured in Celsius. Let me bring you up close so you can actually see it. Right now, I turned it on. The power button is around back. It's at 72 degrees Celsius is where it's set right now. I'm going to bump it down to around 60. So you're just turning this. I don't know how well. Here, we'll do 62. I don't know how well it'll show up on camera, the digital part. The other side is the timer, but we're not going to turn the ultrasonic waves on yet. So we can go ahead and get it warmed up. Now, I already started pouring water in. So I have it at 62 degrees Celsius. I have it set there right now. Okay, I'm going to hit the power button and turn it on because I forgot. It's going to be one of them days. Okay, I got about 1.5 gallons of water that I poured in there. So I brought up hot water out of the faucet. Bear with me. I may not fill it all the way up depending on the parts that I put in. I'm just trying to degrease a lot of stuff and clean out the insides of it. Jeez. I got a thermometer here where I can take the temperature of the water. I like this because it has a nice drain on it too. This is from Sam's Club because I'm just trying to degrease this stuff. I'm going to try this today. It's supposed to be tough on grease and softens your hand while you do the dishes, whatever. Just showed my age with that commercial, huh? Let me see. Blah, 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 blah. 2 ounces per 8 gallon. For heavy soils, add 4 ounces per 8 gallon. Doesn't seem like very much. Okay, well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to just pour a bunch in because that's the kind of crap I do. There we go. Da, 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 da. There we go. Yeah, a little bit more. It's not as much as you think. I actually took this from, took that from the house, so it won't be funny when Heather finds out. Okay. Actually, I think that's going to be enough water. I'm not going to fill it clear to the top because I'm putting smaller stuff in today. So let's see where our temperature's at. I'm curious. With pouring hot water in, I keep my hot water tank turned pretty high. I mean, I guess I do. We are at almost 100 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead. Where'd the lid go? There we go. Now you want to put your lid on, because if not, then the heat is going to escape and it won't heat it up. So you want to go ahead and give it a little time. So I'll be back in 2 seconds, which I'm going to probably wait about a half hour and let it warm up really good. And I'll keep checking the temperature. Sit tight. One thing I did fail to mention is if you look on the left, it says 62 degrees Celsius, and you can change over to Fahrenheit with a little chart. I set that there. The one to the right that says 36, that is where it's currently at. So what you can do is wait until it climbs and just check it off and on. And then, of course, the other one is how many minutes you want to set it. So, okay, I wanted to mention that. There is somebody I want to say thank you to, and that is Darren. His last name starts with a W. I don't want to say that on here. Look what he did for me. I mean, this was really nice of him. It's a very thick vinyl, very thick. It has the wiring harness to Chaos and a little chart to reference back and forth. Thank you so much, Darren and Oliver. That was very nice of you both. I really, really appreciated that very much. You guys are awesome in the community. You really are. I don't even know how long that was. I think it was over an hour. And I did start out with warm water. It feels pretty hot. It says 50 degrees Celsius, which is about 122 degrees. So let's check. Oh, yeah. She's hot. Let's see. Ow. Where we're at. Boink. It's jumping up. We are at, oh my. Still climbing. Give me a second. 154, 156. Okay, we're at 158 degrees. It drops as I took it out of the chemical. So, all right. It is cooking. So, now what we're going to do, like I said, always keep this on so that, you know, you're not letting the heat out. So I'm going to take my basket. And what do we want to put in first? I'm going to put this in. I'm sending this to my buddy, Johnny, for the oil filter, the oil cooler. My brain stopped working. I have an old distributor I wanted to clean up here. I looked the numbers up on it. Got it in a parts find. So I'm going to put that in. And what else did I want in? I wanted to put this in to see what it would do. It's to an old backup light for 67 or whatever year Beetle you want. I'm going to put this oil filler neck in. Put this glass in here, glass lens. Yeah, I'll put this in too. Put everything in. Oh, what else do we have here? I'll throw a valve cover in there. And let's set it in the bin. And remember, you want to keep the lid on as much as possible. So let's set these parts in gently. Don't splash it everywhere. Okay. Now, what we do here is set this timer. I don't know how well you can see this, but there's the up and down for the timer. I'm going to do the first round for 15 minutes. Okay, and hear that? That's some action. So we're going to let that go for 15 minutes and check our products and see how clean they came. If they need another cycle, we'll run it. But I'm going to go ahead and pause. I'll be right back. We're down to 32 seconds. 29, 28, 27. And if you notice, which you're not going to see it that far away, and I'll bring you up close in a second, it's at 62 degrees Celsius now. So it did heat up rather fast once I started hitting the button on the ultrasonic cleaning. I don't know why I did that. Maybe because it's moving the water around. But I did notice that it did heat up extremely fast once I started the ultrasonic cleaning. So here we go. It just shut off. Get the glasses. Okay. Can't see nothing yet. Let me bring you up a little closer here. I have it in the distance. That's better. You don't need to see me. You need to see what's going on. Oh my goodness. Now remember, you gotta know which chemical to use for what you're doing. I'm trying to empty some of this out in here. There we go. Put my lid back on. Keep the heat going. Oh my. Wow. Look at that distributor, and it's really hot. Ooh, look at that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now I'm going to rinse it with water and blow it out, but I'm going to run it one more cycle because I'm weird. Yep. That goes to your oil cooler. It's the stand. I'm going to run it through a little bit more. That stuff's been on there a long time. Okay, I'm putting that back in. Wow. That lens cleaned up nice. I'm not going to run that again. The chrome's older. I'll hit it with some quad O still. Well, I'll do that while it's running the next cycle. And this did work. Ain't no doubt. That there needs some triple O or quad O run on it. I sell these old 67 and prior backup lights. Well, people put them on the bumper of anyone, you know. So I clean them up and make them right. And I'm going to run it through one more, but it actually did a really nice cleaning on it. I'm going to polish this one. I don't know why. I just am. The valve cover I didn't expect. I had to dump that a ton out of it because there was some rust on it, so I didn't expect too much. I'll have to wire wheel and clean that, but I was just curious to see what it would do. So I'm going to put this in there because it's got cuck all through the fins. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm going to see what it does. And I'm going to put this pulley on her. It's got all kind of poo-poo on it, so I'm going to run that in there too, just for the heck of it. I asked my buddy if he had some cylinder heads he wanted cleaned, but I think he forgot, and I didn't want to aggravate him. So let's see Fahrenheit. What are we at? It's climbing. Climbing, climbing, climbing. And give it a second. We are at 150 degrees, and it's climbing slowly. So it's pretty good, I think. So let's set these in there. There we go. Put our lid on. 15 minutes isn't very long. There we go. This is what I was talking about. They used to put these on the rear bumpers of Beetles as a backup light. That's one that I just finished and put up on a marketplace. Actually, I have two of them. So I'm going to refinish my third one. Hopefully that ultrasonic noise isn't too loud. I usually take a little rubbing compound on it too. And even if I have a little mild patina, I don't really care. I'm just gabbing while that's running another cycle. Yeah, not bad. But that's what I do with those. Clean them all up, put them back out there. I usually find stuff like this in big parts piles. Yep, that'll clean up. So the distributor came out really nice. I'm really happy with that. I was going to run it one more cycle, but I don't actually think it needs it. It's actually really clean. So, okay, let's let it run another 15 minutes, and then I'll be right back. Of course, you'll see me in 3 seconds. Okay, we are at 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5, you know the deal. And it climbed to 67 Celsius, just like a microwave. Okay. I did turn the temperature up a little more. And one thing I did notice definitely is when you turn on the ultrasonic waves or whatever you want to call them, it's stirring that water apparently in its own way. Not stirring, but running through it. And I think that's what heats it up so fast after that. So let's let it drain. Okay, let me put the lid back on. Toasty, I'll bring you here. All right. Well, that definitely got the heavy stuff off. It needs rinsed. Remember that. Now, there is some rust on there. If I was to take and put like Evapor rust in there and heat it up, that would be interesting. I just got to make sure you can heat that without getting poisoned. But that actually took the heavy caca off of it. And this one I know is going to need run a couple times. I see stuff running off of it, but it did actually get some of the heavy crap out of it in 15 minutes. I'm going to run it through one more time, but it did definitely start to loosen all that up. Whoops. Wasn't all out of there. Yeah, that definitely made a difference. It needs rinsed, remember. But it definitely cleaned it up inside. I'll rinse it now and it should be fine. There's gunk laying there. But when I hit it with water and air, it'll clean it right out. Let's check Johnny's oil cooler stand. I'll go ahead and brush it now, the loose stuff off, but my main thing was cleaning the insides of it out. And it looked like it really did do a nice job. So I'll rinse that out. And I'm going to put this back in, but I won't keep you with watching that all over again. But I'll put it in, and then I'm going to talk to you about a few things. Now, before I close out completely, and as you can see, the water is nasty. It takes a lot of the crud out. I should have used a stronger cleaner is what I should have done. But I rinsed that off, and the most of it came out. I didn't finish blowing it off yet. It didn't come out too bad. It really didn't, in all honesty. I went ahead with a brush and just brushed it and blew it off after I rinsed it. But you know what? I probably should have used something more harsh, but I blew out all the passages and they're perfectly fine. So it seemed to work pretty good, in all honesty, but I should have used something harsher. Here is your drain on the side. It's a little like, what do they call it, a ball cock or something like that. And of course, drain it into a safe container. But don't dump this stuff out in the ground. Don't be a bonehead. All right. And then the power buttons on the back. These do work very nice. But I believe this one here is a little too big for me. I mean, although I'll keep it set aside, I suppose, for cylinder heads and stuff. But I'm sure, now I used Sam's Club degreaser or whatever, dishwasher detergent, you know. But I mean, I could have used Totally Awesome. Simple Green's really great. Chem Dip, Evapor Rust is much stronger. But I didn't want to hurt the aluminum on some of this stuff, so I went ahead and just used that. And it did work good. I'll rinse the stuff off now. But, okay, everybody have an amazing day.